Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Because not much is happening on the smaller time frame, I also wanted to take a look at the bigger picture in the beginning, because Solana actually has a really decent long-term chart, better than some other cryptos. I mean, that is not a guarantee that in the next bear market or larger correction, this wave 2 will form a higher low, but it would be what I'm watching for. So there will be a support area, and it's too early to bring it onto the chart, where we will watch for support in this wave 2 correction. Should form a higher low. I don't know where exactly, right? I mean, if the price, for example, in this current cycle extends higher into that region around 380 to 490, and I'm just picking like the 480, 490 level, then the support area would start at around $102. But it can go down to 20. Now, I'm not necessarily expecting that, but it will depend on how severe sector-wide that next larger correction is going to be. But it's pointless. I just want to show you, like, for orientation, where could things land. But as you might know, until we really get the A wave of that correction and the B wave, we cannot really calculate a target for wave C. But ideally somewhere in the middle, maybe $60, $70 to 100. We'll see. But that is just structurally what I'm going to watch for a higher low. All right. So at least the probabilities are quite positive, or are quite, I don't want to say high for that, but at least, we can watch for that. The chart would suggest it, because after a 5-wave move up, and this moved up from the January low, looks like 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. After that, we can expect a higher low to form in a pullback. So there will be an opportunity. Whether this is going to be a major bear market or whether this is just a substantial correction before a major surge, we will have to see. But for now, the overall bigger picture suggests that the larger time frame chart, larger degree, is a wave 1. The correction is a wave 2. But this was a wave 2, rather, right? Into the December 22 lows, January 23 lows. And now this is a wave 1 of the larger degree third wave. So this also takes us to a larger degree target for this move up here. Because what we normally say is, we take the length of that larger degree wave 1, we go to the low of the larger degree wave 2, and then when does it start to have an ABC look? Because there are certain levels and thresholds to watch. So if we get wave 1, wave 2, then normally the wave 1 of the smaller degree should end somewhere in the area between the 61.8 extension and the 78.6 extension. So of course a large area, but it gives us something to work with. And the next major level is around $400. Yeah, I might not have drawn this very accurately, but I think it's just below 400 actually. I did it previously quite accurately. So it's around 380, 390, and that's especially there where we have some other smaller degree Fibonacci levels. So I think there is a good chance that at least there will be some resistance sort of around the $400 mark. Yes, further extensions are possible, but if we break in this particular direct upside move above 1159, it starts to get problematic. Even though it looks very bullish in the short term, it would give the entire chart an A, B, C look, and that wouldn't be great. So it would be best if in this cycle the price ends somewhere, its rally between like 400 to 1100, right? Because then we can call that wave 1 of a larger degree third wave. Because if we extend too high, this whole thing will look like an ABC, which will make the long-term chart uncertain. And it will also mean that the price would have gone up too far, too fast. Now that would be an insane number anyway for this cycle, 4,400. But remember, these might be targets that can be reachable in the future. And don't see market cap necessarily as a limitation. I mean, people who looked at Bitcoin's market cap projections like 10 years ago, many people said like can never happen, right? And look where we are now, right? I think even the crypto total market cap is breaking out right now, right? So, market cap is one thing. The overall crypto market cap is expected to go up anyway over the years and decades. But I don't want to focus on, let's say, super long-term targets or mathematical projections. I just want to show you what the key levels of sentiment are, and that there is likely going to be some major resistance around $400, which aligns with my smaller degree Fib levels. Now, what I really want to focus on is, of course, further extensions will be possible. I'm not going to confirm a top until we have actually broken some support. And even at the moment, we seem to be still pushing higher. So I wanted to get at least into this area there, 370, 380 to 490, looking at the bigger picture. But then the next correction could be really an opportunity, and that could prepare us for a major third wave to the upside. Now, don't focus on targets for that major third wave. It will be interesting then, first of all, to watch for targets for wave 1 of 3, which would likely also push us to a new all-time high. Then there will be another wave 2 of a smaller degree. The third of a third will be aggressive, then 4, 5. So yeah, I mean, targets above $4,000 one day, mathematical projections say yes, but it will take a while, right? And I'm not saying we should focus on that. What we should focus on is always with all altcoins is level by level. So we first need to see if the market can fulfill these 5 waves of the current cycle. Then the correction, which might start in Q1 at some point, could be a wave 2. We will have to see how far this stretches out. And then a third wave could happen from there, right? Now, this is a bullish scenario. Don't be scared about this correction. I mean, this is essentially, we all know that we are coming into an area where a larger top could form now in the near future. I mean, a few more months probably of this rally, but then we could get into a larger correction. And I mean, such a 10 to 15% pullback here in this wave 4 is always possible. But I'm talking about the wave 2. And so ideally, you manage risk here wisely. We are now getting into a region that we've been talking about for the last couple of years. So these projections here. And we are arriving at the train station. So I'm not saying we've topped, but we are in an area where risk is high, similar to Bitcoin. But we probably haven't topped yet. I mean, most likely not. Pretty sure not. So still looking for higher prices. But once this wave 2 happens, it could be an opportunity. Now, looking at the smaller time frame, you can see here that the third wave is likely still unfolding. Then we should get a wave 4 or 5 at some point. That could take us into that area there. Where exactly we will top depends a little bit on where this third wave will end. It's already extended, could still extend a little higher. Micro count is a little bit messy here, but could still extend higher as long as we're holding wave 4 support anyway. I don't expect a major top. The wave 4 support is visible on the smaller time frame. First of all, in the very short term here, we're still holding above this trend line I showed you yesterday. There's absolutely no sign that we have bottomed topped in any way. The trend line is holding, so as long as we're holding above the trend line, I mean, we can extend higher more directly. Next upside levels on the micro level, 262, 278, 307. Any break below the trend line could indicate that we've started the wave 4 before we then get a final move up in wave 5. I'm not saying that we will definitely form a major top here, but this is where I'm going to watch for it and probably assume that we've topped once we start to break support. Then the wave count is full. I mean, that's, but then I will still probably provide an alternative, more directly bullish alternative scenario with a support area that we can watch to see if the buyers step in, and maybe there will be another setup for a rally. But for now, I'm watching for a start of wave 4. Again, could still extend higher more directly as long as we're holding the trend line anyway. And then this could be another micro setup here. Support at the moment is between $159 and $189. Yeah, that's the update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.